In a world where celebrity marriages often crumble faster than a box office flop, some Hollywood couples have defied the odds. They met young, built their lives together, and decades later, they're still side by side. No scandals, no divorces, just enduring love that lasted through fame, fortune, family, and time. Today, we're celebrating the rarest kind of Hollywood story, the couples who started together and never let go. From red carpets to quiet moments off screen, these are the stars who are still going strong together. Number 1. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Met in the early 1980s on the set of Bosom Buddies, married in 1988. Over 35 years later, they're still going strong. Tom often credits Rita as his emotional anchor, and they've weathered fame, health scares, and parenthood together. 2. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington. Married in 1983 after meeting on the set of a TV movie. Pauletta turned down Denzel's proposal multiple times before saying yes, and they've now been married for over 40 years. Quiet, private, and rock solid. 3. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick. Met in 1987 while filming Lemon Sky, married in 1988. They've raised 2 kids and often appear in each other's projects. Their chemistry is still magnetic, and they're known for their humor and humility. 4. Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson Jackson. Married since 1980, they met in college and built their careers side by side. LaTanya is a respected actress and producer, and together they've raised a daughter and supported countless causes. 5. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Though never legally married, they've been together since 1983 after meeting on Swing Shift. Their relationship is one of Hollywood's longest-running and most admired. They've raised a blended family and continue to act together. 6. Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Met through her brother in 1991, married in 1997. Despite being intensely private, they've stayed together for over 25 years, raising 3 children and balancing Broadway, film, and fashion careers. 7. Meryl Streep and Don Gummer. Married in 1978, shortly after Meryl's partner, John Cazale, passed away. Don, a sculptor, has stayed out of the spotlight, but their marriage has lasted nearly 50 years. Meryl often credits him for her stability and success. 8. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Together since 1986, though never married, their relationship has endured decades of media scrutiny, and Oprah has said that not marrying was key to their longevity. Stedman remains her quiet supporter and partner. 9. Ron Howard and Cheryl Howard. Married since 1975, high school sweethearts. Ron became a child star on The Andy Griffith Show, and Cheryl has been with him every step of the way. They've raised 4 children and built a production empire. 10. Bono and Ali Hewson. Met in high school in Dublin, married in 1982. Ali is a humanitarian and entrepreneur, and Bono has said she's the reason he stayed grounded through U2's global fame. Over 40 years together and still inseparable. 11. Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig. Met while filming Dream House in 2010, married in 2011. Over a decade later, they're still going strong. They keep their love fiercely private, raising their daughter while balancing selective film roles. 12. Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance. Met at Yale in the early 80s, married in 1997. Nearly 30 years later, they're still going strong. They've raised twins and built careers rooted in excellence and mutual respect. 13. Michael Caine and Shakira Caine. Met in 1971 after Michael saw her in a coffee ad, married in 1973. Over 50 years later, they're still going strong. Now retired, they enjoy a quiet life together in the English countryside. 14. Christopher Walken and Georgianne Walken. Met in the late 60s in the theater, married in 1969. Over 55 years later, they're still going strong. Though child-free, their bond remains steady through decades of Hollywood and creativity. 15. Alan Alda and Arlene Alda. Met at a party in 1956, married in 1957. Nearly 70 years later, they're still going strong. They've raised 3 daughters and continue to share a life filled with humor, music, and love. 16. William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman. Met in the early 80s through the New York theater scene, married in 1997. Despite public challenges, they've remained united and supportive. Their bond has weathered fame, scandal, and time. 17. Mark Harmon and Pam Dauber. Met through mutual friends in the early 80s, married in 1987. He's known for NCIS. She starred in Mork and Mindy. They've kept their relationship private and drama-free for nearly 4 decades. 18. Christopher Guest and Jamie Lee Curtis. She saw his photo in a magazine in 1983 and told a friend, "I'm going to marry that man." They met shortly after and married in 1984. Still inseparable, their love story began with a bold declaration and never looked back. 19. Michelle Pfeiffer and David E. Kelley. Met on a blind date in 1993, married later that same year. She's a screen icon. He's a TV powerhouse behind Big Little Lies. Quiet, steady, and still deeply in love. 20. Julia Roberts and Danny Motter. Met on the set of The Mexican in 2000, where he was the cameraman. They married in 2002 and have raised 3 children. Their relationship has stayed out of the tabloids and thrives in quiet Malibu life. 21. Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Brad Hall. Met at Northwestern University in the early 80s, married in 1987. She's a comedy legend, he's a writer and director. Still laughing together after nearly 40 years. 22. Jeff Bridges and Susan Jeston. Met while filming Rancho Deluxe in 1974, married in 1977. He credits her with keeping him grounded through fame, illness, and everything in between. Their love has lasted nearly 50 years and remains rock solid. 23. Annette Bening and Warren Beatty. Met over lunch while casting Bugsy, married in 1992. Hollywood's most eligible bachelor fell fast and never looked back. They've raised 4 kids and kept their love story beautifully low-key. 24. Paul Rudd and Julie Yeager. Met in the mid-90s when she was his publicist after the release of Clueless. Married in 2003. She's a writer and producer, and they co-own a candy shop in New York. Their relationship is quiet, grounded, and built to last. 25. Lisa Kudrow and Michelle Stern. Met in the late 80s when he was dating her roommate, reconnected years later, and married in 1995. He's a French advertising exec, and they've raised a son together. Kudrow calls their bond deeper than romance. 26. Steve Carell and Nancy Carell. Met at Second City in Chicago, married in 1995. They've worked together on The Office and Angie Tribeca. Their marriage is low-key, funny, and drama-free, just how they like it. 27. Tina Fey and Jeff Richmond. Met at Improv Olympic in Chicago in 1994, married in 2001. He's a composer and producer, and they've collaborated on 30 Rock, Mean Girls, and more. Their creative partnership and marriage are still going strong. 28. Maggie Gyllenhaal and Peter Sarsgaard. Met through mutual friends in 2002, married in 2009. They've built a quiet, intellectual life together, raising 2 daughters. He calls her a great leader and credits their balance for lasting love. 29. Maya Rudolph and Paul Thomas Anderson. Met in 2001 after he saw her in a sketch and said, "That's the girl I'm going to marry." Over 2 decades later, they're still going strong. They've raised 4 children and keep their relationship beautifully private and grounded. 30. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Met through friends in 2008, married in 2010. They're one of Hollywood's favorite couples, known for their chemistry on and off screen. A Quiet Place showcased their creative synergy, and their real-life bond remains strong. While the spotlight fades and trends come and go, these couples remind us that love, real love, can survive anything. They've built families, careers, and legacies not just in Hollywood, but in each other's hearts. So next time someone says true love doesn't exist in showbiz, show them this list. Because behind the glitz and glamour, some stars shine brightest when they're together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more timeless stories that prove love is the real headline.